Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see I have a couple of viewers. Ah, what's up, Glitch? Good morning. I didn't know if anybody was going to come on because it's so, well, it's not like so early, but for some people this is so early. When you get up early in the morning, this kind of feels like noontime. So I was debating, should I just do a video or should I do a live? So we'll see how it works out. I don't want to start yet until I get a couple more viewers. No worries. Work. Make that money. Hello, Dorothy. See if I can mess around with these options. I don't ever go live, so I'm not really familiar with all of this, my little dashboard here. Still, my comments, they only pop up when you guys say something, and then it just fades away. I don't know how you make them stay, so I can actually read them, unless I have to open up another device and watch my own live so I can read the video, the chats. Ah, there they are. Hello, little Levin. Hello, Enter the Universe. Hello, Paul. Good morning, everyone. These are Himalayan salt rocks. They actually go in a basket with a light bulb underneath the basket, but I didn't like it that way. So I took them all out of the basket, put them in a bowl, and put a candle in the middle. I have a bunch of salt lamps and baskets and night lights, candle holders. All right, guys, so I have a couple of you guys on. I have 5 people, I have 6 people watching and 2 likes. Can we match the likes with the people watching? Insane migraine? Yes. Well, there is a huge energy wave that's actually hitting us right now. Like, we're in it. I posted it on my Instagram. Thank you for the likes, you guys. Also, we're going into another eclipse, July 4th or 5th, I think it is. When I have bad migraines, usually I just take myself to bed. Salt bath, that helps. Stay hydrated, especially when it's hot outside. I haven't had a headache in a while. Okay, so you guys, I wanted to talk about these ascension symptoms because we have some new ascension symptoms that are going to hit us. You're at work too? Well, enjoy. I mean, I'll post the video, you guys. If you can't watch it right now, you can watch it later. Or you can watch it as you're working. Oh, here comes Minerva. She's like, what? You're doing a video without me? I don't know if you guys can hear her. So yeah, so today we're going to talk about the physical symptoms that your avatar may experience as it goes through this ascension process. Now, I know I spoke about this probably about a year or 2 ago. I always talk about ascension symptoms. And I wanted to revisit this conversation because there's a lot of new souls that are consciously waking up right now. And we're entering the age of Aquarius. Now, there's astrologers out there that'll tell you that we are in the age of Aquarius, or we won't be in it for another 100 years or whatever, but we are, and me, I feel personally that we are entering the age of Aquarius because of everything that's changing. We are at the end of an eon, and I can tell we are at the end. We're at the end of this eon because of the energy. It's this energy feeling I get, and we're entering into a new age. So all of this chaos that's happening is the purge before we enter into this new age, the golden age. And I know I've talked about this before. You know, the purge that was going to happen as we come closer to the end of this age, the end of this eon. And I know that there's other channelers out there that sort of talk about this cosmic stuff. People like Aluna Ash really touches base on this stuff. But again, I don't know this on an astrology level because I'm still drinking my coffee, you guys. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm still a rookie when it comes to astrology, but I can definitely feel this at a soul level. I feel it energetically. There is so much going on, with all of us. We're all going to experience symptoms in our own time, and I hope that the cars that keep going by are not louder than me talking. We're all going to experience different symptoms on different levels on our journey. The newly awakened souls are going to go through a quickening to catch up. I know I talked about that before. With this whole thing with the quarantine, I started to notice a quickening in people. I started to notice people that never ever spoke about spiritual stuff, people that always made fun of me because of the path I chose, and I never really shared this spiritual side of me with my friends, especially in the music industry. I kind of kept it to myself. And when I became public with it, I lost a lot of friends. People thought I was just crazy weird. Like, they thought, what the hell is going on with Gabbie? Why did she change? What happened to her? She just I don't know. She's a few beers short of a six-pack. But, it is what it is. I started to get over my fear of being public and talking to people about, my spiritual journey, my path. I noticed a lot of people back then that started to talk to me. Some people that knew that I was into this stuff would come to me for advice, and they couldn't go to anybody else because they were embarrassed, or they thought that people would pick on them or make fun of them or tell them that they're making all this up when they said that they would hear voices or when they would see paranormal things. So those same people that used to make fun of me are now waking up, and they're actually going through this quickening. And it's kind of funny because when I see their Facebook or their Instagram, 1 minute they were talking about work, making money, they were talking about their title, I'm the manager of this, I own that, cars. Everything was about materialistic stuff. And now they're like, good vibes only, no bad juju. They're just all about vibration and positivity. And it's just like, okay, I like that. I like it. So there's definitely a quickening going on. So this quickening is happening so that they can catch up. They're going to they pass a lot of the harsh stuff that all of us went through over the years. They're basically bypassing time so they can catch up to us. It took us time to get us to where we are today energetically. So we had to go through a lot of stuff. So those of you that have been going through this ascension, you already know all the things you've been going through. Migraines, headaches, achy joints, back pain, ringing in the ears. Maybe you have liquid in your ears, seeing paranormal things, orbs, flashes of light, glitter on your skin. There's a whole bunch of things people have been going through. Not being able to sleep, or sleeping too much, or your world around you just breaking down, relationships breaking up, losing your house, losing your job, relocating. I mean, a lot of us light workers have been, our lives have been torn apart to get us, you know, to where we are today. And the newbies that are coming in, the new souls that are waking up, they're bypassing a lot of that. Not to say that won't happen to them, but they're bypassing all that time that we sat in to go through this, which is all good. So we will all go through this physical transmutation process, this transformation process. My body's experiencing new changes on a new level, and I'm purging dense matter. And if you guys watched my last video, I was talking to you guys about how I had this thing under my arm and it hurt so bad. I literally had like a, I don't even know what it was. I don't even think it was an ingrown hair. It was like an abscess or something. And it started off small, and I thought it was just going to go away, and then it just like grew like a volcano and got so big, and then all of a sudden I was in so much pain. I had to go to the emergency room, and they said, you know, it's just an abscess or whatever, and they couldn't do anything about it. The next day I woke up and it started to, I know this is like gross, it started to drain itself, and it did that for 2 days. So I'm literally purging out dense matter, and I spoke about this in a video 2 or 3 years ago, how the ascension affects your nervous system, and this thing that was under my arm had something to do with my lymphatic system, so it's definitely affecting my nervous system. And I don't know, it was just crazy. Just crazy stuff. Crazy things are happening with my body. Yeah, body purges, emotional purges, mental purges. Everything is purging. I'm like a walking a barrel of purge. Yeah, so everything is purging. Everything is changing, and it's taking place inside and outside the body. Now, the physical change in your DNA is also happening, and I can feel it. I know that sounds really strange to some of you, but I can feel it. I feel it. I talk to my body. I don't know about you guys, but I talk to my body. I talk to my cells. Yes, lots of chakra pains and energy balls all over my body. Yes. You guys can hear the kitty? She's running around like, rah, rah, rah. She's in heat, but she goes next month to go get fixed. She just shot me a dirty look when I said that. She's like staring at me in the window. I don't know if you guys can see her. No, she's looking out the window now. Minerva, hi. You say hi to everybody? You've been having very sharp pains in your back since Sunday? Yeah, definitely try some like low back stretches. Lay on the floor. You just kind of have to pamper yourself, take care of yourself during these times. I swear by taking salt baths, Epsom salt baths. I actually use these salt rocks, not these ones in particular, because they're in my table in my bowl, but I have a huge jar of these, and I actually put these in my bathtub with Epsom salt. I swear by it. So yeah, talking about your physical body and the changes, there's literally a biochemical change happening in your body, in the codons that make up your genes. They're going through a change at a cellular level, so everything's changing. Here comes Kitty. She's gonna steal my sage. She's a sage thief. Hi. You coming to say hi to Mama? She's coming to get her camera time. She's actually rubbing on my tablet. Let's see if I can turn it so you can see her. Hey, you. There's Minerva, you guys. You're having pains in your lower back, hands, and feet. You thought you had arthritis. Yeah, you know, there was a time when I was taking myself to the doctors because I kept having all of these pains in my body. I felt like I had arthritis too, and they gave me a test, and you know, I have nothing that comes up on the tests. No arthritis, no nothing. I started to change the foods that I eat because I do know that eating a lot of red meat can cause a lot of aches and pains in your joints. Sugar. I cut down on sugar. I don't even really eat sugar. I stopped putting it in my coffee. I'm not really big on eating a lot of cakes and stuff like that. Every once in a while, I'll indulge and I'll eat like Twizzlers or a candy bar when it's, you know, I don't know, that time of the month, I guess. But I'm not really big on sugar, and it's not really healthy for you anyways. Especially when you don't feel good. Especially if you do have arthritis, you kind of just want to not consume any sugar. Dairy either, like milk and stuff like that. And I don't even mess with milk. Milk is disgusting. I haven't drank milk in like 6 years. It's so gross. When I actually seen how it's processed, I almost threw up. It's just nasty. So, let's see, where was I here? Your body changing, physical level, that's what I was talking about. Yes, so everything's in your body is changing at a cellular level. And again, I spoke about this. All of this stuff that I spoke about, that I'm talking about now is something that I spoke about in a previous video, like maybe 2 years ago. And it's all in the same video of how the ascension affects your nervous system. So I'm kind of just, you know, revisiting this for some of the new people that are waking up and, you know, finding this channel. And maybe it's like a reminder or a refresher for some of you guys as well. So the information that was coded into the DNA of your structure is now being activated as we go through this ascension, especially when we go through these moon phases, these eclipses, these energy spikes, like on the Schumann resonance. Hi, Tom. So if you're feeling anything strange that you cannot figure out, and you've taken yourself to the doctor and the doctor can't figure out, welcome to the ascension stage, the activation stage of the ascension. Welcome. So actually, to sum it up, the information in your personal blueprint of your species is found in the cellular DNA of your body. So that's why I like numerology, because it kind of helps me figure out what my blueprint is. And numerology mixed with astrology really does help you like kind of decode yourself, decode who you are, what your gifts are. How am I feeling today? I'm feeling great today. I feel a lot better today. You feel like you're being sometimes you feel like you're being shut down energetically. I need to go to sleep right away. I felt like that yesterday. My husband was talking to me, and I was fine, and I was great. I was even watching a movie. And then all of a sudden, my eyes started to close, like I had that feeling like I was drugged. And I was like, I'm sorry, I need to go lay down. And I just laid down, and I closed my eyes, and I may have slept for like 15 minutes, and it felt like I slept for an hour, and I felt great when I woke up. I needed that 15 minutes. So when that happens to me, I honestly, I believe that it's a download, and I needed to be like shut down and rebooted. Love you. Go do what you gotta do, and I'll talk to you later. Make that moolah. Yeah, you too. So when you feel like that, if you do get those surges where you feel like you have to take a nap, just allow yourself to go take a nap. Go allow yourself to rest. It's hard to do when you're at work and you're sitting at your desk or you're driving or whatever it is that you do for a living. It's hard to do that when you're at work. I mean, if you could try to get away and take your lunch early or whatever, or just go lay your head down, sit in your car, try to do it. Just try to take care of yourself. You come first. If you're not healthy, your life is not healthy. So just try to take care of yourself. If you're home right now, a lot of people are still on quarantine and they're going through a lot right now. So this is the perfect time to, just take care of yourself. Take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your soul. Now, within our human body, our cells are these light encoded filaments. These filaments are like, they're like little tiny threads of energy that carry information through our body. They're kind of like fiber optic type of. Good morning. You can come in. The camera's not faced that way. My Rose woke up, you guys. Say hi.
Hi. Are you live?
Yeah.
Oh, where people can see you?
Well, they can't see me. They can see the candle.
Oh, no, like we're like live. Like,
yeah.
Oh, it's cool.
It's cool. Yeah. Love you. Good.
Okay. Are you hungry?
No.
You had what?
Bagel.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. She just woke up. I wish I could sleep until 9:30. So yeah, getting back to this. Those light encoded filaments that we have in our body, they're like fiber optic cables. And I had a vision that I received a while back that, like the Atlantean days, so I feel like we're dropping this dense body, but we're still going to have a body, but it's not going to be so dense. It's going to be lighter. And I feel like sometime in the future, we're going to walk around. We're probably not going to speak, even though we won't lose the ability of speaking. It just won't be something that, it won't be our first way of communicating. We'll communicate with our fiber light, those optic, fiber optic lights, and we'll walk around and we'll be like green and blue and purple and pink. That was a vision that I shared with you guys that I received a while back. I feel like that our DNA is going to come through and we're just going to kind of glow instead of just being this dense human in this, whatever color meat sack you're wearing. But yeah, so these our cells, these light encoded filaments. I lost my place here. They carry information, through your DNA. Sorry, I'm trying to read some comments here, but I don't know how they came up and then they went away. There they go. I don't know how you make them come. There you go. I know Tom said something a second ago and I wanted to go back to it. Yes, they run through the cranial nerves. Maybe that's why Glitch had a headache today. He's getting some sort of download and it's running through his head, and the dense mass of his 3D body is feeling it at a 3D level. Now I also feel like the central sun is downloading us with light codes of information that is also changing our DNA. I love to be able to sit outside when the sun is shining, because there's a lot of times throughout the year we don't get a lot of sunshine. So when we get sun, I like to take advantage of it and I like to sit in it and I like to receive, you know, those light codes of information. So I want to ask you guys, how have you guys been feeling since the first eclipse of the season? Has anything changed in your life? Have you been feeling differently? Have you noticed anything different since the first eclipse, or even, you know, this recent solar eclipse that just happened? Yes, the pulsing is coming from under the side of the brain where the third eye is. Yes, that's where I get my headaches. I feel more in my power. That's awesome. I felt a lot of vibration in my body. I always feel the changes prior to the upcoming event. Yes. There's a lot of us on here that are hypersensitive. Last Monday, killer headache. Yeah, a lot of people are having headaches. Well, I hope your head doesn't explode. I'm sending you lots of healing energy, Tom. Back in January, I do get headaches, but back in January, I had the worst headache. It did feel like that. My head felt like it was literally going to just pop. I got a little nervous at some point back then. I thought something really bad was happening to me. Hi, Bravery. How are you? So we've had 2 eclipses already. We've had a lunar eclipse, we've had a solar eclipse, and there's another eclipse coming through the first week of July. So a lot of you energy sensitive people are probably starting to pick up on that energy, starting to pick up on some sort of change. You might even have this feeling like something is going to happen. You might be feeling like this anxiety, this anticipation, something. You just feel something. You're probably just feeling a lot of crazy stuff. Eclipse, full moon, or anything. Yes, a lot of detoxing, sweat, facing fears. Yes, for sure. I had to face my fear about death the other day because of this damn thing in my arm. I I wanted to know why I was so scared of it, and I shared that in my video. Ultimately, I was just scared of death. I know death is not the end. I talk about it. I know that energy transfers. I know all that. It doesn't mean that my 3D self still doesn't, get a little scared. And finally, I was just like, all right, let me face this. Why am I scared of you? And when I did that, I started to feel so much better when I actually faced what I was, the fear of death, not knowing, ultimately I thought that this thing in my arm was cancer, but I mean, they said it's an abscess. I didn't get any tests or, they didn't poke me with any needle or anything like that. So it's an abscess that's going away. I'm purging dense matter. I have the ability to heal myself, so I'm not even worried about it. Welcome back. Turn towards the fear. Yes. I'm going to kick fear's ass. So yeah, these solar eclipses, they're going to make us feel really crazy. And they're also charging us up, and we're getting these downloads. This is why I feel like they haven't really been doing a lot of the chemtrailing. I've seen some, but not as much as I have seen in the past. But I feel like they used to cover our sky with these fake clouds. They were chemtrailing. They were trying to stop the process, this process that's happening to us right now. I feel like they were trying to stop this process. But ultimately, this cannot be stopped. It can be slowed down, but this cannot be stopped. So I feel like they stepped it up a couple notches, and they put a virus in our matrix called the crown virus. We receive a lot of information, a lot of solar information through our crown chakra. The crown virus is the coronavirus. This virus had us all quarantined. Being quarantined means no human contact, no way to code each other or connect with each other. It kind of like took us offline. There was definitely an illness attached to this virus. I'm not saying that the virus is fake or anything. There's definitely an illness attached to this virus. And, for those of the, those people that got sick or very ill and, even died due to the virus is because their immune system was, not strong. Their immune system was weak. For years, you guys, I've had this channel up for a couple of years. For years, it's all I've been talking about is maintaining a healthy immune system. I've been trying to give you guys tips on how to maintain and have a strong immune system, what you can do to keep your immune system healthy, because ultimately they started suppressing our immune system by, the shit they put in the fields. The people, the field next door to me that I just moved to, the farmers, I know these farmers, and they swear up and down that their products are organic. That's bullshit. I've been outside twice already when they've sprayed pesticides in the field. That's not organic. That's poison. But there are farmers that are growing GMO crap or putting GMO crap in our food. There's food that's not even real food. Like, for instance, McDonald's, you eat a chicken nugget. There's nothing in that chicken nugget that comes from a chicken. There's nothing. It's all processed, fucking nasty food. If you were to see how a chicken nugget was made, you'd never eat another chicken nugget again. It's like slime, hardened and colored to look like chicken. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's like, ugh, it's gross. I question the beef. Is it really beef? You even have to be careful if you eat cheese, like that yellow American cheese. You have to be careful. That cheese doesn't burn, you guys. It freaking melts. I wish I had a slice so I could show it to you. They do have American yellow cheese that melts if you were to burn it with fire. Because I did the experiment on my Facebook page a couple years ago. Rice. You gotta be careful with rice. Some rice is mixed with little plastic little pellets of rice. I mean, they're trying to kill us. They're trying to, thank you, Glitch. They're trying to kill our immune system. They're trying to kill us slowly and make us sick. And, they do it little by little. Like, you ever watch those crazy Lifetime movies when the wife is trying to kill the husband and she's putting like, is it radiator fluid or some antifreeze in like her husband's food? It doesn't kill him right away, but it makes him sick slowly until he dies. That is what they are doing to us. So when I say they, I mean the powers that be, the low negative entity people running the world. This is, our life is a cycle, and everything that they do to us is for a reason, and it goes in like this fucked up spiral cycle that they created for us. And it's all about money and power. And they make money off us when we're sick. They feed off our fear. They make money when we're scared. So, I mean, they've been suppressing our immune system for years. So I've been talking about immune health for so long. It's just getting worse and worse and worse as we evolve. And, we are these divine beings, and we have this power to heal. We have this power to be strong. We have this power to survive. We want to survive. And we're becoming smarter and smarter to their, their little tactics, their games. And they're just trying to be more creative on how they can suppress our immune system, basically. Not only have I been talking about our immune system, I've been talking about heart health for years. And taking care of your heart, taking care of your immune system, taking care of your nervous system, you are your own firewall. You are your own security. You have to take care of yourself. You are in this matrix, this 3D matrix, their fucked up computer program, their holographic world. We're in this, okay? And we have to take care. I always look at myself as like a computer system, and I need to take care of myself so that I can run and work properly. And they keep throwing viruses into this system, and we need to be our firewall to take care of our system. If we don't take care of our system, it's not going to work, and it's going to be garbage, and it's just going to die. Now, this quarantine actually woke a lot of people up. It kind of, in a way, I feel like they did this to us to separate us. But honestly, it kind of backfired. That's how I feel. It kind of backfired. So many people are now waking up and realizing that they're divine. They're realizing something bigger is going on. They're realizing their freedoms are being taken away. They're realizing a lot of things that, they didn't realize when, before this quarantine happened. So this quarantine is kind of, in a way, a blessing. In a way. Fake rice, fake cabbage. Oh yeah, I forgot about the fake cabbage. Yep. It's crazy now. Anytime I buy food, I'm like trying to burn it to see if it's real. Does it start on fire or does it melt? Yeah, so many people are waking up and realizing that they're divine, and that there is a real negative energy out there that's trying to control them and take over their avatar, your avatar. Or they realized that they're a slave to the system. And then you got this race thing that's going on right now. We're all slaves. We are all slaves. The human race is a slave race. We're all slaves to the powers that be, to the low negative entities. They've been feeding on us for eons, you guys. Also, there's been other low vibrational entities that have come in, to take us, to feed off of us, and they come in if you're into like UFOs, aliens, and stuff like that. That there's these other creatures that come in and they look like you and I, and they're these low, evil beings that are feeding off of our fear. I feel like a lot of them are in politics. They look like they're human, but they're not. They're evil. I don't think any politician is doing anything for the good of any of us. They have sides. That's why I don't even get into politics. You can't trust anything that they're saying. It's a big puppet show. There's somebody else behind the scenes pulling the strings, and they're telling you what you want to hear. And then they're doing things to the other party to make them look bad, to make them look like they don't know how to do what they're doing, so that you can switch over and go to the other side and vote for this person that's ultimately going to screw you in the end. And it's just they should just take politics right out of this, and we should just not have them anymore. They suck. Anyways, politics suck. We all need to stand up for ourselves. They're literally just trying to divide and conquer us, and they do that by using hate and creating war. Let me check my comments. They own the hospitals. They sure do. How do you fake cabbage? Oh, you'd be surprised, especially if your food comes from China. If I could find the video on how they fake cabbage, um, I'll link it in my community tab. They use, they're brilliant. I mean, it's fucked up, but they're brilliant in how they do this stuff. And I think they do a lot more of that fake food more in China than they do here, but there is some food that ends up coming here. Um, just check your food, you guys. A lot of my food, fake eggs. Yeah, I heard that. Fake eggs. Gross. I try to buy a lot of my food from the farmer down the street. He has this little field in his backyard and he grows a whole ton of stuff, and I try to stock up. But he doesn't last very long, and he doesn't grow, he grows a lot of stuff, but it doesn't grow after it's gone, it's gone. So I'm real picky. I don't really like to even get my stuff from Walmart. Their produce section is always really sad looking. Their stuff looks like it's really old and it just looks nasty. The presentation is bad. It's just like, ugh. I try to go to like Wegmans or Tops or the farmer's market. It's sad when you just don't know if you can trust the food that you're getting. Yeah, that's true, Tom. I used to worry about it a lot. It used to be something that I really worried about constantly. Especially when all those videos were going around about the fake food and the fake rice and the fake cheese. I was like, oh, great. I'm consuming plastic. I do too. I look at my food and then I listen to my body and I let it decide. That's an excellent thing to do. Ask yourself. I even ask myself, what do you want today? If money's tight, can't we clear it for nourishment? It's hard to eat healthy when money is tight, and I've had this struggle because I'm frugal. It costs more when you're sick. So I'd rather spend that money on eating better and buying things that are going to keep me healthy so I don't have to worry about taking care of myself once I'm already sick. Ultimately, there's probably going to be a time when we don't even really eat food anymore. I know that my husband a couple of weeks ago got really nervous because of this whole coronavirus, and he found out, oh, they're not gonna have meat anymore because the meat markets are closing down, and he wanted to stock up on all this meat. And I thought, I can live without meat. Time for my morning salad. Enjoy. He's like, how can you live without meat? I'm like, beans, rice, lentils. We can live without meat, you guys. I love black beans. Yes, black beans with brown rice. I love black beans. We can live off of vegetables. Vegan 5 years, congratulations. I tried it. I started off as a pescatarian, which wasn't so bad. But then I did get sick of fish. I cut out all red meat. Well, that's how I first started. I cut out all red meat and was eating chicken, fish. I even stopped eating pork, like pork chops and stuff like that, pork. And then I went pescatarian, and then I started to just not eat any meat at all, and I just ate literally my diet was sweet potatoes, black beans, quinoa, couscous, berries, all kinds of fruits. And I was an awful vegan No cows, no pigs since 1989. Good job. So, I don't know. I felt good, but I also felt weak. I don't think I was doing it right. I did it for 6 months, and then my husband cooked 2 steaks on the grill, and it just smelled so good. My mouth was watering for it. And I was like, I gotta have it. And he cut me some of his steak. I ate it, and that was the worst thing ever. I threw up like half of the night, and I thought, oh my God, I'll never eat steak again. Now I'm not really a big meat eater. It's not for everyone, that's true. You have to listen to your own body. You have to, some people can do it, some people can't do it. There's no right or wrong way. Um, I can only say scientifically that red meat is not really good for your body. Your body can't really break it down, and it takes I forgot how many hours or days it takes for your body to actually break down red meat. And people swear that they need red meat for their iron. You don't. You can eat other things that can put iron in your body, like spinach and Brussels sprouts, and you can even take an iron supplement. But I get it. I mean, if you want to have red meat, eat red meat, but do it, maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks or something like that. But I'm not here to tell you guys how to eat, I'm just sharing with you guys. I'm the last person to tell you guys what to eat because I still eat it. I just don't eat it as much as I used to. I cut down quite a bit. My diet still consists of a lot more fruits and veggies than it does meat. And I don't drink milk at all. Milk is nasty. I don't really eat a lot of eggs. No meat at all for me. Good job. You need a lot of protein every couple hours. Yeah, you can get protein out of vegetables, but I mean, you can also get protein out of eating chicken. And if you had to choose a meat to eat, chicken is better than beef. Chicken's also better than pork. I read about pork. I don't think I ever really want to eat it again. They say that people that eat people, cannibals, they say that pork tastes like people. That's disgusting. You rather not eat it at all. They had that whole thing about the trafficking of the kids. Pork is icky. I don't know if any of you guys follow Q and read the Q drops, but about a month ago they were talking about some sort of pop-up restaurant that goes around, and all like these elites eat at these restaurants, and they sell people. They eat people. That's disgusting. I'd share the link, but it's really graphic, and I don't even really know if it's true. I mean, I don't know how true it is, but if it is true, it's really gross. You haven't eaten pork in over 30 years. They also say that pork gives us worms, our body worms, and if we detox from pork, that we will detox the worms. Red meat is all right. The media is saying it's bad. I'll read it. I mean, it's not great for you, but it's not horrible for you either. But maybe your body type is different than some of our body types, so it's not that bad for you. Because there's people that have grown up eating steak and potatoes like their whole life, and they're as strong as an ox. And they don't have arthritis, they don't have back problems or joint pains or anything like that. The movie Purge, the last one made. Purge. Oh, that movie's crazy. I've seen it. Mark Zuckerberg's sister-in-law. Yes, that's right. Mark Zuckerberg's sister-in-law is the chef. Yes. She's sick. If that's true, she's sick. Like sick in the head. She is not a human. She can't be. She's a soulless avatar. True about Wikipedia. Fun fact about me, anytime I had an ache or pain or something, I would look it up on Google, and my coworkers used to tell me, Google is going to kill you. It's going to tell you you have cancer, and it's going to tell you you only have 6 months to live, and it's going to tell you you're going to die soon, and all this stuff. So I had to wean myself off of searching my symptoms on Google, because every time I searched something on Google, it told me I had something bad and I was going to die soon. So I don't do that anymore. And I do like to fact check information, like things that Q, if you follow Q, so things that Q puts out, I like to fact check some of that stuff and do some research on it and see how far I can go. But honestly, I don't even know how much information on Google is accurate. Anyways, the best way to search for information is books from libraries that are old, because not all libraries have the information that you might be searching for. There's this huge library in New York City that has everything in it. Books, old books, especially books written back in like the 1800s. It has like raw, authentic knowledge and information. Yeah, good to search YouTube to find keywords. YouTube is okay. I find a lot of good stuff on YouTube, but I also find a lot of bullshit on YouTube. There's this whole, so back to this quarantine, there was a lot of light worker, Ascension light worker channelers out there that had channels that I was like, oh, I love their channel, I love their energy, I love their message. But then when this pandemic hit, it was like it scrambled them up and made them turn into a different person that I didn't recognize. And their content and information came through as really, like, I don't know, just didn't like it anymore. I don't want to say who, but there was a couple. And now I don't follow them anymore, so it's kind of bummy. Sucks. Daniel Scranton. I don't remember, that name sounds familiar to me. Don't they do the automate, like the robot voice for that guy, Daniel? For his channel, for his channelings? Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out where I left off. I was talking about the quarantine, how it divided us, it backfired, blah, 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 we're the human race. Oh, I'm going to have to search for him to see the higher, yeah, I think that's where I heard of him before, was the higher self channel. The higher self channel, the person that runs that, her name is Dawn. She does a lot for this community by posting videos like mine to get out there, that don't have a lot of followers, so that they can get heard. I think that's how my channel actually started to pick up, is when Dawn started sharing my channel, because I originally made my channel years ago, and it was just Gabrielle Garcia Orbs. That was the name of my channel. And I was just posting orb videos to prove that there was some sort of something out there, like a consciousness or something, plasma beings. And nobody believed me. They thought that I was losing it or hallucinating or whatever. So I thought, okay, I'm going to prove it to you guys. And that's when I started doing videos of orbs and just posting it, and all of these beautiful orbs of light would come right up to the camera, not just like float by, like come up to me and just hover in front of the camera and then zoom away, and then they would come back. And then I started to get followings from a lot of paranormal groups and a lot of orb channelers or channels. And then I was guided to revamp my channel and start talking about my experience with orbs and my awakening and my symptoms and side effects, because there was a lot of people that were going through, like I said at the beginning of this video, there was a lot of people that were going through their awakening, but they didn't know what was happening to them, and they were reaching out to me, and they were people that used to make fun of me for what I was going through. So I thought, I'm gonna recreate my channel and make it into a platform where people can talk about their experience and share their experience and ask questions without being judged or feeling judged. You've had orbs too since 2015? Yes. If you go on my channel, on my playlist, you'll see orbs 2015, 2016, 2017. But if you do that, I mean, I got better at editing as, going into like 2017 and 18. Some of my orb videos are really, really long, and you don't know what you're looking at until it actually appears, because I didn't know how to edit back then. I love orbs. I think we all have orbs around us. Sometimes I feel that it's our own consciousness from another dimension coming here into this dimension. I also feel like they're angels, they're our ancestors, they are our loved ones. I know Aluna Ash just talked about how angels and entities and orbs and stuff like that is all you consciously. And I'm still trying to process and absorb that information. Maybe I'm not there yet on that level of understanding to accept that, because I understand what she was saying, but I also don't feel like that's, I don't know, I'm not there yet to understand it. So at this point, I still believe that they are our angels, ancestors, past, family that had passed away. I know that we all are one, and we're fractals of source, but I understand what she's trying to say, but at the same time, I'm still processing. You too? How do I make my comments stay? I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it alone. When they pop up, I'll try to read them, and I had them, but now they went away again. So yes, the low vibrational entities out there are literally trying to keep us divided and keep us away from each other. They did a good job by doing that with the coronavirus. That separated us for a while. It still separates some of us. There's a lot of people out there that are still really afraid to come out of their house. I have a lot of employees that won't even come back to work. They're scared. They're scared of the virus. And I get it, because you don't know if this virus is real or not. You don't know if your immune system can handle it if you were to come in contact with it. So I get it. I don't really, even though it bugs the hell out of me to see people wearing their masks, and especially when they're jogging or sitting in their car by themselves, it's like a trigger for me. But I'm learning to just observe and allow people to be. I mean, I can't tell you that you shouldn't wear your mask. I'm just learning to allow people to be. If you feel like you need to wear it and that makes you safe, then whatever, wear it. If you need to walk around with a teddy bear to feel safe, then whatever, walk around with a teddy bear. I don't care anymore. I still love you. I talked about how I've never been scared or worried about the virus. I was, at the very beginning, I was nervous. I was almost suckered. I was wearing a mask. And at the very beginning, I was like, yeah, right, whatever. And then I started eventually I started to know people that knew people that caught the virus. So I was like, oh, damn, this is real. And then I started to wear a mask and gloves when I went to the store, and I was like, this is so stupid. And then, I don't know, just like an intuitive knowing told me I didn't need to do it anymore. It was like, you're safe, you're okay, you don't have to be so dramatic about it. I mean, I take care of myself very well, and I figure if I'm going to catch something and die from it, then that was written in the stars for me. So be it. And that means my journey is over because I've completed my mission here. But I'm going to be okay. I haven't completed my mission here yet, so no virus is going to kill me, and that's that. That's how I feel about that. I talked about the archons and the low vibrational beings feeding off of our fear. I talked about dividing. They couldn't do that with the coronavirus because we still kind of connected with each other even though they took us away from each other. They can't stop this process because it's inevitable. They can slow it down, but they can't stop it. They tried with the murder hornets to keep us in. That was a joke. Honestly, you guys, those murder hornets have been around for so long. They've been around. They tried to scare us with them stupid bees a long time ago, and that didn't work. They tried to scare us with the Ebola virus back in 2014. It scared my ass right out of New York City up here to Western New York. I was on the train with the doctor that had it. I was scared. If I had to pick a virus, Corona over Ebola, I'd pick Corona because the Ebola virus liquefies your damn organs. Fuck that. But anyways, things that are out there in our world are crazy. There's Minerva, she's back. So I feel like they're trying to divide us again by using a race war. They've done that over the years many, many times. Divide and conquer. If we can all just realize we are the human race, we are one. My husband's on his way home. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm going to walk away because I got to go grab my cell phone so I can text him back. I'm getting a message on my tablet. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I talked about what I said. The race war, I spoke about that. We are all one, you guys. I want to say that again. We are one race. We are the human race. We might have different skin colors. We might even have some different, DNA. But ultimately, we are all human beings. We are the human race. So we need to love each other, no matter what religion we are, no matter what skin color we are, no matter what, religion, I think I just said that, we practice, no matter if we believe and trust and vote in politics. In the end, we're the human race. We are fractals of God. We are godlings. We are one. I am you. You are me. We're just different aspects of each other. All that's going to end soon as we, come closer to the end of this eon and as we enter into this golden age, where we will eventually realize after this war is over that we ultimately are one. We are love, and love is the answer. That's true, Bridget. Love is the answer. Unconditional love, not like sexual love or anything like that. Unconditional love. I don't think a lot of people actually even know what unconditional love is. It took me years to figure out what unconditional love was. I'm still learning. I mean, I just have a better understanding of what it is. We all just need to realize we are one. Where we go one, we go all. Don't walk us to the cattle kill mill. I want to walk to the pasture that leads to freedom. So where we walk to, we go there as one. So I want to follow the group as one to the place that brings me joy and freedom and unconditional love. Now, beings who have been living in dense physical bodies now have the option of living in bodies of light, because we're changing. We're moving into this crystalline body, this light body. Now the effects of this is pretty crazy. We were never taught about this. We were never taught, we never learned about becoming light. We never learned about dropping this dense, heavy matter that our soul lives in. So when this process occurs, you will start to experience a lot of physical symptoms. You'll start to experience physical vibrations that are very strange and uncomfortable. You feel like your body just feels like it has the jitters. You don't really know what's going on. It's vibration going through your body. And when these things happen to your body, things that don't normally happen to your body, it can scare you into thinking that you are sick or something majorly is wrong with you. You were not taught how to incarnate to live in this avatar. You did not come here with an instruction manual. Just like parenting, it did not come with instructions. You just learn as you go. My awakening always affected my endocrine system. All of my life, I have had strange illnesses that the doctors could never really figure out. It wasn't until about 2013 that they figured out in my 30s that, what was actually, a connection to something. Your awakening may start to affect your endocrine system like it did mine, because everything happens within your nervous system, and your endocrine system is your nervous system. It affects your nervous system. It controls your nervous system. You may start to notice that your endocrine system is speeding things up in your body or slowing things down in your body, speeding up your heart. It could even slow down your heart where you feel like you have a faint heartbeat. It can make your body feel like it's on speed, or it can make your body feel like it's super tired and you just need to lay down and take a nap, and you have low energy and you don't know what's going on. It can make your nails grow really fast. It can make your nails not grow at all. It can make your hair grow really fast, or it can make your hair fall out. There's a lot of things that it can do in your body to make it speed up or slow down. And it's causing all kinds of strange effects in your hormones. And that will affect your body. If your hormones are off balance, your body is off balance. And if your body's off balance, spiritually, you are off balance. You may experience a sudden strong feeling that's not familiar to you. And then all of a sudden, you're good. That weird feeling is gone. And then you don't think about it until it happens to you again. And then you suddenly experience memory issues. For instance, you may have an overwhelming memory, and you will not be able to remember if it was a dream. That memory, you don't know if that was real. Was it a dream? Or was it something that really happened? Was it reality? That happens to me quite a bit still. Especially when I have those vivid dreams or those lucid dreams. I had a lot of that, especially during the eclipse. We humans, our human race, we are high energy transformers. We are like sponges soaking up all the energies that are around us. As more and more light becomes available to us, the intensity of the electromagnetic energy around you will also increase. That will intensify during these eclipses. So if you were feeling strange during the last two eclipses, that's why. our body acts as a receiver, and not only as a receiver, it acts as a transmitter as well of these energies. These changes directly affect your physical body, which is the outward manifestation of the etheric level. You guys still with me? I have 16 people watching. Hello, 16 people. My body felt like I was being electrocuted. Yes, yes. Hello, Silver Skies. I love your name. Now, these changes will be gradual. They don't just happen overnight. You just don't like feel something strange and then poof, you wake up and you're in this crystalline body and you're changed and you're enlightened and you are just like this magical being. It doesn't happen like that. Everything that's changing is changing very slowly because we still are in this third dimension. Even though we're raising our vibration and the energy is shifting on the planet and stuff, you're still in this slow dimension, and things just don't happen like that. It's a gradual process. Now, the ones going through the quickening, they're pretty lucky because they didn't have to go through the grueling long periods of pain and stuff that, you know, that have brought us to where we are today. A lot of the purging for them is just like they're purging a lot quicker. Everything that's happening to them is definitely a lot faster. They're lucky. Who here that is watching is one of the people that are going through the quickening? I'm curious. 10 years for you. If you asked me 2 years ago how long I've been doing this, I would have told you I've been doing it since 2011. But now that I've been on this path for a while, I've been going through my awakening since I was born. I just didn't know it because I journal, and journaling is a way of putting the puzzle pieces together. Made me realize that everything that I was going through with illnesses and stuff like that as a child was me going through the awakening process in this avatar. So I've been doing it for years, but consciously, I've only been aware that I was going through this since about, it felt like something touched me, since about 2011, 2012, around that time period. It started to make more sense to me. Oops. It started to make more sense to me. Sorry, somebody's calling me on Facebook. It started to make more sense to me in 2017 is when I was like, oh, I get it. I get it. So yeah, these changes are gradual. I want to talk to you guys about what's going to take place for you over the next 4 to 5 years, because there's going to be a lot of craziness happening in the next 4 to 5 years. As we go into like 2024, 2025, 2021, it's just going to get crazier. But everything, I don't want you guys to have fear as we go into this craziness. It's going to get crazy, but it's going to be good. It's a good crazy, even though it may feel bad at some times, but it's a good crazy. Now, the changes depend on the level of openness that you have and the level of flow that is in your life. For many people, this awakening has been going on for a while now, just as I just spoke about. As far as a time period of when it begins for you and when it ends, it just really depends on the individual. It depends on you, your level of openness, your level of willingness, or your willingness in general, and the clarification that has already taken place in your energy field. By this, I mean, are you coming into alignment with your physical energy system? Are you coming into alignment with your emotions and your emotional body? Are you creating more of an openness and a flow in the mental body so that you can consciously receive the energies and the frequencies that create the shifts, that create the transformation? You have to ask yourself those questions. I can read them to you again. Are you coming into alignment with your physical energy system? Are you coming into alignment with your emotions and your emotional body? Are you creating more of an openness and a flow in the mental body so that you can consciously receive the energies and frequencies that create the shifts? Ask yourself those questions. Keep this in mind. All who are on this planet at this time, all forms of life, not just human life, but all forms of life, animals, bugs, trees, all forms of life, are and will continue to be affected by what we call an increase in intensity of light that comes directly into and around the field of this planet. And you guys are probably feeling it, especially today. We're getting spikes on the Schumann resonance. There is energy coming in, a lot of it, an increase of energy coming in today. We are evolving, and we're going to continue to evolve. So even though people who we may look upon as less conscious or perhaps even totally unconscious of the changes, are definitely affected and will continue to be affected. They don't have the understanding that many who are searching on the path of, what is going on for them, they don't have that understanding, but there's definitely changes happening to them. That is why they're experiencing more agitation, or they could be experiencing parts of their life that are no longer working out for them. They're also experiencing less control in the mental body than they're used to. But that spiral of being out of control or out of touch may push them into the path of consciously waking up. And I feel like this quarantine did that to a lot of people. And it's not done. This, even the race war that we're in right now, that's doing that also for a lot of people. It's going to wake them up. It's going to wake a lot of people up. It's going to take them out of their coma. And if it doesn't, they're just going to slip deeper into their coma. They'll never come out of, they're going to, not their coma, their amnesia. They're going to slip deeper into their amnesia stage. I mean, when we're all incarnated and born, we all come into this dimension with amnesia. And if those people don't consciously become aware of what's going on around them, they will just continue to be slaves to the system unless they tap out. And when I say tap out, I mean most possibly by suicide, because they're out of touch, they're out of control, they're depressed, their life is falling apart around them, they're getting divorced, they're breaking up, they're losing family members, they're sick, their body's sick, their mind is sick, which is affecting their soul. So the soul says, okay, plan B, let's exit. And they pull the cord, boom, they're done. Suicide. And I've talked about that suicide, my perspective on suicide, a long time ago. And, I can circle around to that and do a refresher video for you guys. I know a lot of people don't share my perspective on this, but I don't know, I don't know why anybody else would commit suicide. My cousin committed suicide. He shot himself in the head. Most people believe that when you commit suicide, you don't go to heaven or whatever. I don't believe that there's a heaven or a hell. I believe you go where you believe you are going to go. You're going to go to the light. You're going to be with Source Creator. You're going to be in another realm, another dimension, free from your body to go wherever you want to go. I don't feel like you're going to go to this heavenly place with clouds and meadows of flowers and waterfalls. I don't believe that that's kind of like what I was taught growing up, that's what heaven was. Heaven is being free. I don't believe that if you sin on this planet and you eat red meat and pork and you cheat on your husband or wife, that you're going to burn in hell. I just don't believe that. I believe we're here to learn, and you're not going to be punished for learning. Earth is a learning planet. So I feel like if your soul can't handle it right now, it leaves by means of suicide. And if you do that, you will have to come back and redo it all over again. It's like skipping out on the test. You have to take it if you want to pass. Hi, Morgan. I didn't see what you said about suicide. Oh, how do I make it come back? Okay, I'll have to circle back to your comment. My comments, they don't stay on the screen. Ah, there we go. Let me see. How do I make my comments come up? I made them come up earlier. I don't know what I did. And then they went away again. So yeah, they may tap out by suicide. Their soul unconsciously makes a conscious decision by doing that. So I spoke about this subject again, like I said, in one of my earlier videos, and I can revisit that for those of you that have questions about suicide. Again, that's just my perspective. I'm not saying that that is the only way, or that is the true way. That's just my perspective. There's a great deal of confusion among the masses because until now, there has not been a large enough body of clear information to explain in a way that can be understood by the masses what exactly is taking place in this time right now that we're living in. There's nothing in our past that can be compared to what is currently going on and what will continue to accelerate. We are making cosmic history. And I'm going to get t-shirts that say that. We are making cosmic history because we are. We are making cosmic history. As more and more souls wake up and get online, and I don't mean online by getting online on a computer, but online, but as in soul-to-soul connection, we will receive more cosmic information, and we will have more knowledge to share, and we'll be able to explain better because our consciousness will expand to a place that we were never able to receive. You want a t-shirt? I do t-shirts, but I do them for my husband. I do all of his merchandise. And I thought, why don't I do t-shirts for me? I can do my own merchandise. So, yeah, I'm going to look into that. We are making cosmic history. What is happening to many of you right now is that due to the increased energies, the etheric body is vibrating at a higher frequency. The physical body is trying to catch up, but it hasn't caught up yet. And this results in a speeding up of your molecular structure. Many people are now experiencing this as a quickening taking place. Again, there's the quickening. This quickening is happening within your body. This stepping up of energies is affecting every system in your body: nerves, muscles, vessels, skins, organs, and glands, your cells, everything, as they try to adapt to the new frequencies. You're being introduced to new frequencies all the time. That's why it's very important to take care of your immune system. If you have a healthy immune system, you most definitely will have a healthy nervous system. But everything you have to be in alignment. Immune system, your nervous system, you have to be healthy spiritually, physically, mentally, all around. Okay, you can't just focus on one thing. Everything works in a cycle. You have to be conscious of everything, your whole human being. The nervous system carries those energies throughout the body in the form of nerve impulses. I get a lot of nerve impulses. Sometimes when I'm watching TV, my body will just go jump for no reason. And I think to myself, oh, there goes my nerve impulses. I must be getting a download. Something's being repaired. The endocrine system, which regulates most of your physiological functioning through the secretions of various chemical substances like hormones. Your hormones may have you experiencing huge energy overloads as they constantly attempt to maintain a state of homeostasis and balance within your body. Take care of your body, you guys. I started feeling this worse in my early teens. It got more worse as I got older. And in 2013, I found out that my endocrine system was all wacky. I'm still dealing, with all of this stuff on a different level. As I started to expand my consciousness, I started to get a handle on things and understand things. I had a clearer picture of what was going on with myself. I integrated a lot, and a lot of information came through to me, and I did a lot of transforming over the years. I was a couch potato for a very long time. That happened in 2016 for me, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2015 for me, and it lasted until 2019. And I was a couch potato for most of that time. I was a hermit. I did a lot of integrating, a lot of transforming. It changed me. And I also moved up here to Western New York from New York City, and I've changed a lot. A lot. I don't think anybody on here knows me from, other than just this video. There might be a few family members that watch this, but they'll never tell me they watch it. Yeah, I did a lot of transforming. This transformation process that I went through rocked my world. What I was doing was integrating. I didn't know that then, but looking back, I know that now. I actually started to help one of my subscribers, and she's on watching right now. Her name is Morgan. Hi, Morgan. Say hi to everybody. I should have done a Zoom. If I did Zoom, I could have pulled your video up. I've been coaching her on how to navigate through her ascension. It's something new I have, to offer all of you guys. And if you would like to know more information about, what I did for her, or about, guiding you through your ascension, you can ask her. She's on right now. She's saying hello to everybody. Or you can email me. My email is always posted down below my videos. Also, you can ask Morgan for her testimonial. I'm sure she'll email you guys, or give you her email. When she comments down below this video, which she did already, I will pin her comment after I post this video, so you guys, just in case you missed it. Morgan is awesome, you guys. She is amazing. She is my sea star. When I was integrating, I also gained a lot of weight. I did not weigh as much as I weigh now, but I also lost weight since I gained weight, but I was integrating and I gained a lot of weight. I came from New York City as really skinny, like tiny, tiny skinny, and now I'm a little fluffy. I can blame it on the country. So yeah, I'm live. Say hi.
Sup, 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 sup.
Hubby brought me donkeys.
What the hell I did? Oh, I got your card. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, did I put it here? Jesus.
That was husband. He just came home. We just got an oil change. Got some donkeys. Let's see here. What was I talking about? Oh, gaining weight. And I didn't know why I was gaining weight, but now I know why. It's because I was grounding, and I wasn't, doing anything physical either. I was just laying around, just grounding and eating and grounding and all that. So, I was grounding so I could hold light, and so that my body could handle the changes. So I needed to, fluff up a little. I needed that rest period. We go in and out of integration periods as we expand our consciousness. So it's going to happen.
Here, honey.
Thank you.
And that's for the oil. He gave me his discount. He hooked me up. And
Thank you.
the gas. So everything's ready. I am so tired.
See, hubby's feeling the energies. He's tired.
Honey's been up since 3 in the morning and just got home. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is.
10:46.
I've been up for 7 hours and 40 something minutes. That's why hubby's tired. Have fun. Oh, I bought a couple of t-shirts with my.
I'll talk to you. I'm almost done.
All right, I'll tell you after.
So, this kind of expansion that I was going through, this kind of expansion in consciousness during cellular transformation is literally pulling you into worlds that are beyond potential and are becoming very real. Things about your world are changing right in front of your eyes, and you're probably noticing it. I'm sure you're noticing it. You should be noticing it. If you're not noticing it, then you're not conscious of it. One of the most noticeable changes I've noticed is that many people are very tired. They're very tired lately. They just want to rest. And that's because you're integrating. You are in the incubation stage. Just because I went through some integrating doesn't mean that I'm finished. I'm just in a different level of it. So I'm going to continue to integrate just like you're going to continue to integrate. You're going to be tired. I'm going to be tired because, we're going through this process. So we will go in and out of these incubation stages. But the first incubation stage is always the roughest, toughest, is the most, I don't know. The first incubation stage is always the hardest. After that, and as you go further along on your journey, eventually it won't be so bad. Your body systems are overloaded, and so is Gaia, Mother Earth. Her systems are also overloaded. Her body, the mass of herself, functions very much like our own body does. So much is happening on very deep levels of yourself, and it's usually occurring in the subconscious. You may feel overcome with sorrow, maybe feeling very emotional, feeling you have lost something, or that you are leaving something without even having an idea of what it even is. You may even feel emotional and cry for no reason. As you approach closer and closer to the final experience called the Ascension, which you're going to go in and out of that anyways while you're in on this ascension. Sorry, I'm being sidetracked because the lawn people are here and their stuff is loud. You may even start to feel yourself letting go of more and more things, especially materialistic things, people, a lot of things. Your title at work, you might not even care that you're an owner or manager or whatever it is that you do. You might not even care if you drive a Benz or a Prius or whatever. You might not care if you wear Nike versus, the $1.99 Bobos. Who cares anymore? You got shoes on your feet, that's all that matters. Things that no longer serve you, you're letting go of. Things that are not important to you, you're letting go of. And that's the way it should be. Let go of whatever no longer serves you for your highest purpose, for your highest good. If it's bringing you down, bringing you negativity, and lowering your vibration, you need to cut it out of your life. During the process of cellular transformation, you may see or feel, specific physical changes and sensations in your body. Sensations and changes and things like aches and pains, migraines, headaches. New aches and pains will appear in various places in your body, and then they'll just disappear. Like one day you'll have your knee hurting and you feel like you have arthritis in your knee, and then the next day your knee is fine, like nothing ever happened. Weed cookies have the answer. I take my cannabis pill. I had, what was it? Rice Krispie treats. Cannabis Rice Krispie treats, they were good. but they were too sugary, but they were good. What did I say? Aches and pains will appear, yeah, about the knee. You might even experience headaches, stabbing, sharp pains in your head, pressure in your head, or even in your eyes. That might happen. These might be signs that adjustments are being made in your energy fields. These adjustments will be attuning you to different frequencies during cellular transformation. Can you guys still hear me with the guys outside mowing and cutting? If it's too loud and you guys can't hear me, I'll get up and shut the window. Okay, good. Good. Yes, I can hear you. Thank you, Goddess 999. You rock. Many blessings. The parts of your brain that have been dormant in the past are now being woken up, and they're being used. This may require some rewiring of brain circuitry. Your brain is the computer. It computes to everything in your body. Think of your brain as the electrical panel in your house. Everything is wired to it. If a wire is crossed or it shorts out, it affects everything in your house, in your home. In this case, your body, which is your body is your home temporarily. So take care of your house, take care of your home. The brain patterns that are no longer functional will be rerouted as you develop a higher way of thinking and a higher way of being. There he goes. Meaning, as you expand your consciousness, you will experience more creative energies, and it will create deeper levels of awareness and deeper levels of meditation. And if you're not meditating, I highly suggest that you try. And there are videos on YouTube that you could search for, guided meditation. If you're a beginner that's meditating, guided meditations. And it will guide you through your meditation, and it'll help you get acclimated to it or used to it, or give you an idea of what it feels like to sit in meditation. Now, as this transformation happens to you, there may be periods when you feel more anxious and irritable than usual. You may also feel restless. I'm going to let him go by. You may also feel restless, headachy, unable to concentrate or think. I still go through all of this. I still get restless. I still get headaches. I still go through times when I feel like I can't concentrate. I still go through times when I can't think. You may also have an increased sensitivity to people, as in feeling hypersensitive to people or hypersensitive to sounds, smells, or your environment around you. I get like that too. Sometimes I can't even be around certain people. Like I have to just leave or walk away just to get away from them. I'm definitely very hypersensitive around my environment and sounds. Like the lawnmower guy, I don't know. That bothers me more than it probably bothers some of you. Just that loud motor noise is just like it pierces my soul. I just hate that sound. It's like an annoying sound. And of course he has to do it while I'm doing a video. They're not supposed to be here until this evening. Anyways, restlessness. I still get restless too. You laughing at me, Morgan? You may also experience muscle soreness. Most people that I talk to feel it in their lower back. You may also feel or experience muscle soreness in the in between your shoulder blades, and you also may experience joint pains and bad digestion. When these glands are excessively stimulated, your body is constantly in a hyper state of fight or flight, and the body expends resources at a huge rate of speed. and causing these random symptoms to occur. These are random and they will go away. If you feel it's something more serious, you may need to seek medical attention if you feel guided to. If you do seek medical attention and the doctor tells you everything's okay, then usually I just say, oh, it's the ascension. That's why I feel like this. The transformation process that you are presently going through has been initiated within the molecular structure of your brain. The progressive cycles of change are introduced to the rest of the body systems primarily through the cerebral spinal fluid, and then form there throughout the nervous system. And I talk more detail about this in one of my videos called How the Ascension Affects Your Nervous System. The nervous system is being affected by the ascension is the reason you're experiencing these disturbances within your head and your eyes and in your spine and your nerves. It will cause dizziness, headaches, pressure in the head, usually experienced from the back, of the head going towards the front of the head. Sometimes you might even feel the head pressure from side, the sides of your head, meaning side to side. It's also the reason that you may be experiencing nervousness and nervous disruption, sleeplessness, and irregular energy surges and drops. Digestion system may become erratic and strange. You might have these like weird, strange pains that come and go without, any warning at all in your gut, and not just in your gut, in other different parts of your body too. I get a lot of this, a lot. And it happens all the time to me, so I'm not exempt from this. What about panic attacks? Yes, most definitely panic attacks. Goddess 999, all of the above, yes. I've had bruises appear everywhere the last 2 weeks. Iron, you might be low on iron. I would check your iron levels. Severe, yes, severe. I used to get very severe panic attacks where I would take myself to the hospital because I thought I was having a heart attack. And when I started meditating and then getting into yoga, and not consuming sugar, I haven't had a panic attack in years. It's all about how we take care of our body. Your lymph nodes are healing. So don't worry, when you have a panic attack, try to breathe yourself through it. Honestly, spread your legs open really wide and bend over as far as you can go, and let all the blood rush to your head. That will reset your system. And breathe and focus on your breathing, belly breathing, in and out, and that should help your anxiety. That's why I say yoga and meditation really help, because yoga and meditation really make you focus on your breathing, and that should really, really help you. It won't happen overnight, but if you keep practicing. And I do yoga with Adrienne. You can Google her on YouTube. Search for her on YouTube. Yoga with Adrienne, and do one of her 30-day challenges. And in 30 days, keep a journal for those 30 days and write down your experience. You might not even have a panic attack, or you might have less panic attacks. Yes, Silver Skies, try yoga. I swear by it. And you don't have to be like, doing crazy inversions or anything like that. Yes, so try it. People think that you have to be like a vegan, really skinny, very flexible to do yoga. That's not true. Ooh, Portland, Oregon. Hello, my Skies 5D. You like yin yoga. I'm gonna have to look that up. That sounds like something that has to do with breathing, like energy yoga. So yes, the nervous system is being affected by the ascension, and that's why you're feeling all of this stuff in your head and your spine, your nerves, and all that. Let's see. I said that. I talked about that. Just going over my notes here. It's most definitely, most likely the reason you're experiencing nervousness and stuff like that. Yeah, everything is changing, you guys. The tissue of our body, the cells, everything is changing. Look at your body, your skin in the sunlight. It has to be sunny outside. Look at your hand, look at your arm, look at your leg, look at your foot. You're probably, if you're going through all of these, if you have a lot of these symptoms and you're going through your ascension right now, you will most likely start to see crystals on your skin. Now, there's going to be people that are going to say, oh, that's sweat. Oh, that's salt. I disagree. That's your light body. You're transforming. That's your light body. Shiny skin. Yes. I have a video of me and my shiny skin. And the only reason why I started to look at my skin is because when I posted a yoga video, when I was posting my orb videos, the sunlight came in and I was a big white blob of white light on the screen, and somebody kept asking, you know, was I using a filter? Why did I look like that? And I was like, well, I don't know, because the sun came in. So I did an experiment and had other people do it, and it didn't do that to them. And I'm like, well, that's weird. How come that only happens to me? And then I would go into the video and do it, and then it would wipe me out again. And then somebody else would go in the video and it wouldn't do that. And it's just like really strange. And then Plasma Joe says, you know, look at your hands. There's this lady I want you to see, Taylor T. Watch her video. She talks about these crystals. And then I started to watch her videos about the crystal skin. And I looked at my skin and I was like, holy shit, I got it. And that's why I was blobbing out like a white blob on the video. It's because of my crystals on my skin were lighting me up. It's pretty cool. You guys have to check her out. Her name is Taylor T. Taylor with just a T. I will link one of her videos down below just in case you can't find her, because I had a hard time finding her when I looked up Taylor T. So I'll post the link. I haven't seen her post in a while, but I mean, you can go watch her old videos. She still has good stuff. So yeah, everything is changing. The tissues of our body, everything is made up of cells. The cells are made up of molecules, and this process goes on and on and on until the subatomic level is reached. And at the subatomic level, the templates or blueprints are formed for our bodies. T. Taylor, yes, T. Taylor's YouTube channel. She's awesome. Now, the probabilities of what we can do are created at a subatomic level. There are changes being made at this level as the earth changes occur and as the axis shift occurs on the planet, which is happening now. During this period of an axis shift, past types of behaviors and past ways of arranging matter will not be available. We are evolving. We are changing. All of that is changing. On a material level, these changes will appear to be rearrangement of dense matter, which ultimately will be purged out. From a spiritual level, these changes relate to the growth of planetary awareness. When these changes happen, the forms of life on the planet will change. Everything is going to change, you guys. We're evolving. I mean, look back to 1,000,000 years ago and to today. Look what we evolved into, or look what has evolved. We're evolving. The structure of every cell in our body is changing. These cells are undergoing an infusion of new electromagnetic impulses that are entering the earth from the sun. So if you guys can, get out into the sun as much as you can. You don't have to stay out there long, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Just get out into the sun. The structure of this energy exchange and energy transfer is being slowly rewired into the cells During this cellular transformation process, we are becoming crystalline light. We are moving into our crystalline light bodies. We are morphing. We are changing. We are evolving slowly but surely, but we will get there. This could be the cause of those sudden periods of exhaustion that, some of you guys may be feeling as your body goes through this organic remodeling and rebuilding process. When these changes are happening, I relax. I don't fight and stay awake. I relax and I take it easy and I show myself love. I move with the changes that are taking place within my body. I embrace them. If I were to fight them, I'd be a mess. You can't fight them. I mean, you probably could, but it would just make you sick. And sickness is the body's way of communicating to you. So if you do force your way and stay awake and you just don't take care of yourself, your body will become sick. And that's your body's way of trying to tell you, hey, you should have let me rest. I need to do some of this and that. And I can't do it if you don't lay your ass down. So yeah, you have to allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself, show yourself self-love. Take care of yourself. And don't be afraid to tell people, no, I'm sorry, I can't go out today, or I can't do this. You don't got to tell them because you're morphing and transforming and all that. Just let them know you got other things to do. And then go take a nap. Every illness in your body has a message. Maybe I'll do a video on this. If you want to, you can research some Edgar Cayce or even some John Van Auken. They talk a lot about this. John Van Auken actually talks a lot about Edgar Cayce. So just embrace the downtime. That's the advice that I have for you guys, for all of you guys. Also, you need to spend time in meditation by being in the moment. There are different levels of meditation. When you are in the beginning of this transformation, you want to spend a lot of time in the moment and acknowledge everything around you. What does the air feel like? What does the air smell like? What do you hear around you? Sit in nature. Walk on the grass barefoot. Don't be afraid to sit under a tree, hug a tree. Just be in the moment, within yourself. Get outside, get grounded. It's also a good way to ground yourself is, by being in the moment, getting out there and meditating. You just have to relax until the time comes that the changes eventually stop for you. And you might not ever stop. Now, if you guys need further guidance, I offer guidance. For more information on my coaching, to coach you through your ascension, please email me for more information. I was doing this for free for a very, very long time, but I'm willing to do it by donation. It takes a lot of my energy to help people to navigate and guide them through their ascension, only because back then I wasn't working. Now I'm working, so for me to do coaching, I have to do it in between family and work. So yeah, for a donation, I'm not trying to rip anybody off or trying to get rich by it. If you feel guided to donate to my channel, all of my information for donating is down below. I really appreciate it, but most of you guys that have been following me for a long time already know that my favorite donation is a time donation. It's you using your time to write me a letter and mail it to me via snail mail, the old-fashioned way. Not through email, snail mail. You go to the post office and you get an envelope and a stamp and you mail it out and the mailman sticks it in my mailbox. I love getting mail. I'm like a little kid. I love getting mail. All of my information is down below. If you want to mail me anything, a letter, my address is down below. Also, starting last night, Morgan inspired me to start crafting again. And I'm not even going to show you because then I'll give away what I'm making her. But I'm starting to make my fairy jars again, which is something I haven't done in a very, very long time. and I'm going to start making candles once again. I'm probably going to wait until it cools down a little bit, because candle making actually makes the house heat up, the kitchen heat up. It's a lot of being over the fire. I'm kind of excited to start doing candle work. I'll probably start doing that in September, because I love making candy corn candles and they smell so good. Yeah. I also want to start making mojo envelopes. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's like money envelopes, health envelopes, protect you, negative energy envelopes, stuff like that. I'll post details about all that on my community tab once I start getting them up and going. I also still make personalized salt baths. You know, they help clear out the low vibrational energy from your aura. And it's also a good way to de-stress. It opens up your pores and it draws out toxins. It also nourishes the body with calcium, magnesium, and potassium. And it helps relieve body pain as well. And I add my own special herbs and oils to help you. Again, if you're interested, just email me. I'm still doing tarot by donation. And of course, I'm still doing my numerology, digital numerology readings. So I email them to you. And they're still just $11.11. I love you guys. And thank you for tuning in. This live wasn't so bad. I've been on for a long time. 116 minutes. Woohoo! And I want to thank those who donated on the super chat. That was super sweet of you guys. That was awesome. Thank you so very much. Would you please tell me what your screen display is? Is it Himalayan salt? Yes, it's Himalayan salt rocks. Love you too, Bridget. You're welcome, Silver Skies. Thank you, Morgan. Will you put the Halloween decorations up in August? Yes, I always do. At the end of August, all of my Halloween stuff comes out. I love Halloween. Halloween and Christmas, my two favorite holidays. Thank you is just what I needed today. You are very welcome. All right, guys, I love you bunches. Take care of yourself, stay hydrated, and remember to work on your immune system, your everything, coming into balance, aligning yourself, get yourself right. We got a lot of transforming to do. We got a lot of things coming up. Thank you, Bravery. Love you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye. I just don't know how you get out of here. That's it? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Look at that. My daughter had to show me how to get out. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.